Hi everyone, we are here to do Final Order Cutoff live with you guys, so let's take it away, Dominic.
What's your plan for tomorrow? Are you a leader or will you follow? Are you a fighter or will you cower? It's our time to take back the power. What's your plan?
Sometimes we follow.
All right. And I gotta get this off the screen.
Our groovy intro is brought to you by the Aquaman movie, as well as the Interrupters, who are the song that's playing in the background there. They're a rad punk band. So, what's up, everybody? Welcome to your weekly installment Friday Final Order Cutoff. I am John.
I am Dom.
Oh, my hand is missing, Dom.
Is it?
Can I shake your hand from like reaching through the? Oh, hello.
Come back a little bit. I can't even get into your space right now. There it is.
It's over. Grab me, choke me by the neck. That's weird.
Well, Mike Murray's on. Guess what we can do?
What can we do?
I'll leave him alone today. I'll leave Mike alone.
You're gonna poke him right off the bat.
That's right.
Okay, so we're here. We do this show every week, every Friday. Sometimes in the morning, but we do it on Friday so that you guys have all weekend to watch this video. It's going to be posted to our Facebook page after we're done going live here, and then we also upload it to our YouTube channel. So if you haven't already, please go to YouTube. We'll have a link on the page later, but you can search for Hall of Justice Comics. You can search for Final Order Cutoff Roundup. We need to get to 100 subscribers to our YouTube channel to be able to change the YouTube URL to something that's not a bunch of Russian guttural sounds.
Yes.
Like that.
Horrible.
So we can just say go to youtube.com/Hall of Justice Comics to check us out there. But we do these videos every week so that you guys have the tools for ordering the comics that you would like to order. All of the titles that we're going to run through today are on Final Order Cutoff this coming Monday, October 7th, and most of these books are going to be in store October 30th. So you'll notice there's a ton of annuals. This is the 5th week of the month that this stuff is going to ship out. We're going to have a bunch of annuals that we're not really going to go over, but you'll see them in the complete FOC list after we get through the stuff that we're going to talk about. So October 30th, man, it's crazy. It's
a blur.
Just blitzing by. Okay, the way this is going to work, we're going to reiterate this a couple of times throughout the show. If you would like to subscribe to any of the things that we're going to put up on the screen here in a second, all you have to do is to comment sub and the title. For example, sub The Little Mermaid, and we'll pull all 3 copies of Little Mermaid for you. If you just want to pull a single copy or multiple copies, if it floats your boat, you can please comment pull Little Mermaid with 1 copy or with 10 copies or however many copies that you would like to order.
That's just one book.
The key, so the point of Final Order Cutoff is it is our, as a comic book retailer, it's our last chance to adjust our numbers before the books ship out to the store. There's a chance that we can do kind of advanced reorders and stuff like that, but nothing is guaranteed past Final Order Cutoff. So if you get your orders into me by Monday, October 7th at 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, it will guarantee that you get whatever it is that you ordered. Of course,
almost.
Caveat, barring diamond shipping issues or damages with UPS or something like that, at least those quantities of books will be allocated to your account. That was I think that was printer damage. I don't even know about that. Apparently we're not getting those replaced.
They were damaged.
I mean, we have them. Like, we don't destroy them just because if you want to read a copy, you can have a beat up reading copy, but we can't sell them because they're not saleable product in that sense. Yeah. My phone?
Oh, just going through your stuff.
I don't know.
Ooh,
it's fine. There's nothing in there. Okay, so that's how this works. We're going to roll through this. We're going to go through all the publishers that have stuff that's on FOC that we want you to know about and be aware of. The first title from our friends at Dark Horse is Disney's The Little Mermaid. #1, it's a 3-issue miniseries, or a 3-shot, as Randy's wife, Erin, likes to call them. A 3-shot. Experience the unforgettable tale of Disney's The Little Mermaid through the first-person perspective of Ariel in this comic book retelling. Dive into the heart and mind of the mermaid as her world changes before her eyes. Her life and life under the sea will never be the same. So, kind of a fun little book. Dark Horse has the Disney license for a lot of this stuff. That's why you see Frozen and you see DuckTales. No, DuckTales is IDW. I don't know how that works.
DuckTales was.
It is. But anyways, they've got Dark Horse has some of the Disney comic properties. I guess did you know that the Little Mermaid is celebrating its 30th anniversary this year?
Remind me.
I feel so old now.
Remind me.
So old. It's right there on the cover too. The 30th anniversary, celebrating 30 years. So anyways, like I said, if you'd like to subscribe to it, type sub Little Mermaid. We'll get you all 3 issues. If you just want to pull a copy of number 1 and have it in your hold slot, type pull Little Mermaid number 1 with however many copies you'd like, and we will make that happen for you. Next up from Dark Horse in stores, also October 30th. Perfect pre-Halloween book right here. Hellboy and the BPRD Long Night at Goloski Station number 1, which is a one-shot. A quiet night at a rundown Russian train station turns into an all-out demon battle for Hellboy when 3 sinister interlopers pass through. That sounds fantastic. It's like...
I like interlopers.
What was the Tom Hanks movie where he was stranded at the airport? But this is with like werewolves and stuff. Was it The Passenger?
The Passenger, I think. When he basically lived there because his visa or something, whatever.
Yeah.
It didn't go through.
So this is like that, but it's with Hellboy instead of Tom Hanks.
That was an
and
awesome
also, I would assume werewolves based on the cover that's right there by Mike Mignola in front of you. So because this is just a one-shot, we cannot subscribe you to it. So please comment, pull Hellboy and the BPRD, and we will make sure we have a copy set aside for you.
Are you going to get a copy?
Of course. Of course, I have to. I might not read it until like 18 years from now, but I have to have a copy, of course. Okay, up next from DC, we have I'm going to grab one really quick so I can show you, because we haven't put them out on the floor yet. I don't know why. This week, DC sent us 100 promotional copies of the Hill House preview. I don't know if you can see that right there.
It's backwards because of
okay. Anyway, if you come into the shop this weekend, we'll get these out on the counter. Just make sure that you ask for this. This is it's a preview copy of Joe Hill's. He's basically doing a pop-up imprint at DC as part of their black label called Hill House Comics.
Just here.
Yeah, he was here in Denver, I think last night, or maybe it was Monday night or Tuesday night. He did a signing at the Tattered Cover. I don't know that anybody had him sign comic books, but. Because I think somebody we know was going to go, but it was a ticketed event, and you had to buy his book. But he's basically got, I think there's 3 new titles. So Basket Full of Heads, which is the one that's on the screen right here, is the first 7-issue miniseries that's coming out. The Dollhouse Family's coming out in November, and the Low Woods is coming out in December. They're all 6 or 7 issue miniseries that are kind of overseen by Joe Hill. And the one that you have on the screen right here, Basket Full of Heads, is actually written by Joe himself. So, Basket Full of Heads, it's got a great, listen to this premise, right? The rain lashes the grassy dunes of Brody Island and seagulls scream above the bay. A slender figure in a raincoat carries a large wicker basket which looks like it might be full of melons. Covered by a blood-stained scrap of the American flag. This is the story of June Branch, a young woman trapped with 4 cunning criminals who have snatched her boyfriend for deranged reasons of their own. Now she must fight for her life with the help of an impossible 8th century Viking axe that can pass through a man's neck in a single swipe and leave the severed head still conscious and capable of supernatural speech. Each disembodied head has a malevolent story of its own to tell, and it isn't long before June finds herself in a desperate struggle to hack through their lies and manipulations, racing to save the man she loves before time runs out.
Give me that comic.
This one right there? There you go. Those are not melons. There's an eyeball peeking through that bloody thing right there. This first issue, Basket Full of Heads, is also going to debut a backup story called Sea Dogs that is going to cover it's going to be a backup story in all of the Hill House Comics titles. So, pretty cool stuff. Cover price for the book is going to be $4.99. The main cover right here on my side, I don't remember who did that cover. But the variant cover on Dom's side is by the one and only Josh Middleton, and it is phenomenal. So if you're kicking around this weekend, come by the store, ask for a copy of the preview book for Hill House Comics. It's got some pages from Basket Full of Heads, Dollhouse Family, and the Low Low Woods. And then if you'd like to subscribe to this 7-issue miniseries, you can type sub Basket Full of Heads. You can sub all of the Hill House stuff if you're interested in it. But it's pretty cool. It sounds a lot of fun, and I mean,
it really does.
She cuts off people's heads, but they're still conscious, and they speak to her in a supernatural tongue. I don't know where that's going to go, but you know, I'm intrigued. Okay. Next from DC, we have the finale to Deceased coming out the day before Halloween. How about that? And look at these freaking covers. Cover A right here is by Mark Brooks, which is phenomenal.
Yeah, I look like Darkseid.
Cover B, yeah, there you go. Dom repping the Dark Side. That is not Derpy Dark Side.
It's not Derpy
that
Dark
is
Side.
Deadly Dark Side. I don't know if you watched the stream sale last night, but we had a Derpy Dark Side on the show.
That was the best thing ever.
So cover A by Mark Brooks. Cover B
like
on Dom's side, on Dom's Dark Side, is by Francisco Mattina. And last but not, I don't know what, will you scroll down just a little bit? I don't know what horror movie this poster is from, but this is the horror movie poster variant by Yasmin Putri with an infected-looking detective chimp right there. They kill so fast you won't have time to scream. I don't know what it is.
I don't know.
I've gotten them all so far,
I know
except for
somebody on our feed that might know.
Yeah, is Nate Allen watching?
No, Nate Allen's not watching.
It's too early for Nate.
Another horror fan I know that's on here.
Okay. So the last issue of Deceased, I mean, nothing's changing. If you want one cover, if you want all the covers, you know, whatever you're subscribed to, you will continue to get. I just wanted to point out the Mark Brooks cover A for that is phenomenal, and the Dark Side Mattina variant is fantastic. We just wanted to give you guys a heads up for what they look like. He's giving you the Wele Ojo. He's giving you the Dark Side stink eye right there. He's
I
like,
look just like you, Doc.
Don't make me Omega Beam you, Dom.
You look more like the monkey.
Yes. Hey, we're the bloody monkeys. People say we monkey around.
That's right.
All right, next up from DC. This is a book that's starting to get a lot of press in kind of the book and fantasy realm. This is called Last God, #1. It tells the story of two fellowships of heroes struggling with the same threat 30 years apart. Okay? One group will doom their world, the other group must save it. 30 years ago, a band of heroes traveled beyond the borders of creation and killed the last living god, saving the realm of Cain Anun from an apocalyptic army of the undead. The legendary companions became the rulers of their world and ushered in a new era of peace and prosperity, but it didn't last. Now the foul legions of the last god march once more, laying waste to all of Cain Anun, I think that's how you say it, and revealing that the aging fellowship may not be the great heroes that they claim to be. With the world burning down around them, a new group of unlikely champions must band together and accomplish what no other has done: kill the last god once and for all. What?
Chop that off.
Yeah, right? I mean, if you dig Lord of the Rings, if you dig Dungeons and Dragons, if you're enjoying the Dark Horse book, that's Critical Role Vox Machina, this is right up your alley. And the art on this thing, I mean, it's drawn by Riccardo Federici, who did Dark Knight's Metal, who has been on Aquaman. This guy's pencil work is by far some of the best in the industry right now. Both of the covers that you see on the screen right there are by Mr. Federici. Cover A is on my side. Cover B is on Dom's side. This is it's basically setting up this huge, massive fantasy world written by Philip Kennedy Johnson, who did Last Sons of America, Warlords of Appalachia, and also Aquaman. So yeah, you know, the two stars of Aquaman doing some fantasy work. The main cover and the variant, both by Federici, $4.99 for cover price. This is not, to the best of my knowledge, a miniseries. However, it is kind of subtitled Book 1 of the Fellspire Chronicles. So it sounds like they have a long-term plan for this series as a whole. So if you want to get in on the ground floor, did I say floor?
Yes.
Let us know. If you'd like to add that to your subscription, please type sub Last God. If you'd like to just pull a copy of number 1, either cover A or cover B, type pull Last God number 1 with your cover preference, and we'll get a copy of that for you. I need to print off. I think DC released an advanced copy of this that we can download to take a look at. We need to do that because it looks amazing and it sounds fantastic. So, okay, last from DC in stores October 30th is the Sandman Universe Special Hellblazer right here. This is a one-shot. However, this is going to springboard into a new ongoing Hellblazer title that comes out starting in November. So if you're digging all the Sandman Universe stuff, this is kind of the next phase. The second year of Sandman Universe begins with the long-awaited arrival of one of DC's most iconic characters. I don't know that I would term Constantine as one of their most iconic characters.
Really?
He's cool, but I'm pretty sure Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman trump Constantine in terms of iconic.
You're talking Superman. Superman's lame.
Well,
Hellblazer's much cooler. Plus, he smokes, so he has a vice. You can't trust people who don't have vices, John.
Oh, I know.
Trust people who don't have
Anyway, John Constantine's here. He's cheated death and damnation more times than he can count, but never like this. Long ago, in the crucible of a magical war across countless futures, Constantine was murdered by an all-powerful adversary, a twisted version of Timothy Hunter, bloated with evil. But over the past year, strange forces have conspired to restart Tim Hunter's tale, and somehow, amid sorcery, insanity, and secret agendas, this older, wiser, wilier shade of Constantine has been dragged back with it. Unlike young Tim, John remembers every second of a life that went very, very wrong. Now he has to ask himself why he, the last person in the world to deserve a second chance, has been given one. That's what I like about Constantine. He's an ass. He is an asshole.
That's why I like it.
And he is constantly doing the wrong thing and yet rewarded for it. And he's like, this isn't right. I shouldn't have been given this opportunity.
Right.
That's why I like Constantine. I don't agree that he's one of DC's most iconic characters, but I love the character.
But I see something like below the line here.
What's that?
Underneath Hellblazer. I remember this logo. I can't believe it's coming back.
We'll get to that in just a second. So again, Sandman Universe presents Hellblazer as a one-shot. We can't subscribe you to it, but we can subscribe you to the subsequent Hellblazer series. So if you would like a copy of this, please type pull Sandman Universe Hellblazer. If you would like to subscribe to next month's Hellblazer ongoing title, you can type sub Hellblazer. We'll make that happen for you. Yeah, up next.
Back to the Future.
There's positive and negative to this next book, and I'll tell you why. Okay. So Chrononauts was a series that Mark Millar did. I want to say it was with Raphael Albuquerque. That came out like 3 years ago. It was while we were at the old store.
Yeah.
Great story about two best friends who are basically like frat boys that developed time travel devices and went back in time and kind of wrecked timelines and all that stuff.
But you and I.
Yeah, exactly. It's a fantastic, fun science fiction time travel story. They are getting a sequel that's called Future Shock, which is great. That's positive. That's thumbs up. We like that. We like that there's a sequel to Chrononauts. The thumbs down is that all 4 issues of this 4-issue miniseries are coming out October 30th. So this is bringing binge-watching an entire season of Netflix into the comic book world. So you cannot just pull a copy of this because that's not going to work. So if you want this Chrononauts series, type sub Chrononauts Future Shock. All 4 issues will be waiting for you in your hold slot October 30th.
I think that's badass.
You like that?
Yeah, I wish they'd do that with Doomsday Clock.
It makes order
It would take 2 years to come out.
But it makes ordering a nightmare. How do I order this when all 4 issues are coming out on the same day?
You order all 4 the same.
Yeah, I know. And then it's going to be, I'm going to order low because I want to sell out, and that means that we're probably not going to have enough copies for people.
That's why we do this
Hence the reason for this show, and hence for you guys asking to have Chrononauts added to your subscription so that you get all 4 issues of it.
Unfortunately, if you don't have a sub or subscription and you come into the store, we're not going to have a whole lot of copies sitting on the shelf.
No, because I have no idea
We have no idea how to order. This is the problem we run into and why we do this show.
I can look at my sales data from 3 years ago when the book came out, and we're going to have maybe 4 or 5 copies that we had subscribed to back then. But we were way small back then, and it's different now. So if you were reading this back when it came out and you enjoyed it and you would like to see what the sequel looks like, let us know. Type sub Chrononauts Future Shock. We'll get them all for you. If you missed out on this when it came out, we've got the trade on the rack here at the store. Come pick it up, read it. It is a blast. It's one of those things, like a lot of Mark Millar's properties leave you wanting more. He did that with Chrononauts. He did that with the other Star one that was like, I can't think of what it's called. Anyway, that's irrelevant.
He has so many.
He does these little mini-series. A lot of times they get optioned for stuff. Yeah, exactly. Starlight. Was it Starlight? It was Star something. About the old Buck Rogers kind of guy that gets recalled back to the planet that he saved. It was amazing, but I wanted more. So here's your chance to get more Chrononauts, all 4 issues, coming out October 30th on the same day. If you would like to make sure you get all 4 of them, please comment sub Chrononauts Future Shock, and we'll make that happen for you. I didn't even put all the variants because, of course, it's a Millar World book. Number 1, cover A, has like 9 variants, which is insane. I can't.
This does?
I can't. Number 1 has like 9 variants. Number 2 has, I think, 3. Issue 3 has 3, and issue 4 has 3.
Any time whatsoever to
do any of that.
Because this is over with Monday.
Yeah. So, if you're interested in it, let us know. We can sub you the Chrononauts Future Shock. You're going to get all 4 issues when they come out October 30th. Okay?
Moving on.
Yeah, sorry.
Sorry,
let me get off my soapbox now.
Right.
For a new series, also from Image Comics, called Philadelphia, right? There is a local comic shop day exclusive cover for Philadelphia number 1 that we will have on local comic shop day. Philadelphia cream cheese. You want a Killy sandwich? Killy cheesesteak?
Cool. You do it for Halloween, you make it red.
That's right. So Philadelphia is a series premiere, Sins of the Father Part 1, featuring the show-stopping talents of Spawn series artist Jason Sean Alexander and the writer behind such hit shows as Wu-Tang and American Saga. How about that? Marvel's Runaways and stars American Gods Rodney Barnes, who's writing this series. When a small-town beat cop comes home to bury his murdered father, the revered Philadelphia detective James Sangster Sr., he begins to unravel a mystery that leads him down a path of horrors that will shake horrors that will shake his beliefs to their core. The city that was once the symbol of liberty and freedom has fallen prey to corruption, poverty, unemployment, brutality, and vampires. So we got a weird kind of crime mystery. Yeah, just a little dab of vampires. Just a splash of vampires, poverty, unemployment, brutality.
Like everything else we have.
Yeah, vampires. So this is a brand new ongoing series from the folks at Image. Rodney Barnes writing, Jason Sean Alexander. If you haven't seen his artwork, you've seen the covers that he's done for Spawn. When he does interiors, they're phenomenal. He did a series called Empty Zone. That's just absolutely beautiful. So, again, if you'd like to pull a copy, you can say pull Philadelphia number 1, and we'll have just a copy of number 1 in your hold slot. If you would like to subscribe to that so that you get the subsequent issues, please type sub Philadelphia, and we'll make that happen for you. Okay? Now we're moving on to Marvel. Okay, here we go. This is the 3rd entry into the Dawn of X books, the books that are post House and Powers of 10. House of X, Powers of 10. First off, we have Excalibur number 1. The Otherworld is rocked by war. It is a new era for mutant kind as a new Captain Britain holds the amulet, fighting for the Kingdom of Avalon with her Excalibur at her side. Rogue, Gambit, Richter, Jubilee, and Apocalypse. Written by Teenie Howard with art by Marcus Toe. We have the main cover on my side right here is by Mahmoud Azrar. The variant cover that is on Dom's side, that is the Bagley Every Mutant Ever cover. So we've talked about this 3 times now. We're going to keep talking about it till it's all over. Every issue number 1 for the Dawn of X titles, and there's 6 of them, will have a Bagley Every Mutant Ever cover that connects when you put them all together. So, again, FOC has passed for X-Men number 1, and what was the one last week?
Marauders
number 1. Excalibur's on FOC on Monday. And last but not least, we have the Young Gun. If you scroll up for me for just a second, Young Guns variant right there, which is fantastic, is by Mike Del Mundo. Jubilee Chews. Like Big League Chew, but with more firework. Why is it racist?
Is she Asian?
I don't know. How is that racist?
There's chew in there.
Oh my god, that's terrible. Okay, Jubilee Chews bubblegum, explosive flavor. It's a fun cover. It's not racist. Next up from Marvel, in stores October 30th. This is a one-shot, again celebrating the 80th anniversary of Marvel Zombies Resurrection #1. The horror smash hit lives again. When Galactus' corpse appears at the edge of Earth's solar system, the Avengers, X-Men, and FF go to investigate. However, too late, they discover that Galactus' body is now the vessel of an interstellar terror, which one by one transforms Earth's mightiest heroes into the universe's most terrifying predators. As our heroes, not Predator with the... I can't either. As our heroes try to escape the superpowered cannibalistic aberrations that were once their friends and family, will any survive? And even if they do, can they hope to protect Earth from the infestation that has already claimed half of the known universe? Don't miss the very first issue. I don't know why they say this. Don't miss the first issue of this terrifying new vision of the classic Marvel tale. This is just a one-shot. There's no more Marvel Zombies Respawn. And see, it's even weird because the cover right here, the main cover by In-Hyuk Lee, says Marvel Zombies Respawn on the top, and that is not the title. It's technically Marvel Zombies Resurrection. The variant cover on Dom's side is by, I'm going to butcher this, Jung-Gun Yoon. Jung-Gun Yoon?
Jubilee Chews.
God, that's terrible. Now that's racist! Just a one-shot. Cover A is on my side. Cover B is on Dom's side. There is a third cover by Nick Bradshaw, but Marvel didn't have the art up for it at this time, so I just posted these two. These are both open to order. If you would like to pull a copy, because it's not something that we can subscribe you to, please type pull Marvel Zombies, and whether you'd like cover A or cover B or both or 10 copies of A, whatever it is that you want, we'll make it happen for you. Okay? Speaking of one-shots, here we go. Next up from Marvel, October 30th, is Red Goblin Red Death #1. In order to finally destroy Spider-Man once and for all, Norman Osborn joined himself with the Carnage symbiote, becoming the Red Goblin. Here at last are the untold stories of the Red Goblin's reign of madness and mayhem. So grab your greatest goblin gear and rend your raiments red, for the Red Goblin rides again.
Wow, you all right there?
It's a lot of alliteration there. I do. I'm going to have a sip because my tongue's a little tied. Written by Pat Gleason. I like Pat Gleason. I have a commission from him up front. With art by Pete Woods. The main cover right here is by Philip Tan, who knocked it out of the park with that one. The wraparound cover right there. Dom, get out of the way. Get. I'm just kidding. The variant cover there is by Chris Daughtry.
What?
Yeah.
The singer?
The singer. And Ron Garney. So Daughtry and Garney. I can't remember. Daughtry did a cover for Batman Superman during the...
Yeah, I remember he did one. I don't remember what it was.
The polybags from... I don't remember what it was. But anyway, Daughtry and Garney wraparound cover right there with Spidey on it. And last but not least, we have the Ron Lim cover right down below here, which is super solid too. So 3 open-to-order covers for Red Goblin Red Death #1. Just a one-shot, so I can't subscribe you to this. If you would like to pull a copy, please type pull with cover A, B, or C. Main cover by Philip Tan, wraparound cover by Daughtry and Garney, and the Ron Lim cover is the last right there.
And if people haven't read anything about the Red Goblin, we have plenty of ASM 800s here.
We do.
If you need
let
one,
us know.
Just ask us because we have them all in the back.
Whichever cover you would like, we can make that happen for you. What's up, Murray? Next up from Marvel, we've got this awesome Mary Jane variant cover for Silver Surfer Black #5 by David Nakayama. They're still celebrating the month of Mary Jane. That's a pretty cool cover, though. I dig that cover. The final stand against Null, the Surfer, severely depleted of his power cosmic, will go to desperate lengths to force him to use his secret weapon and unleash a new horror upon the galaxy. So this is the last issue for Silver Surfer Black. This is the variant, the open-to-order Mary Jane variant cover
Did I
by...
hear that right? You said that's the last issue?
That's it. There's only 5. So it was only a 5-issue miniseries. So this is the finale.
It's been going on longer.
So there was a huge delay in publication from number 1 to number 2. And I think that's what it was. Because number 1 came out, and then it almost seemed like it was 2 months later, 2 came out.
Okay.
But this is it. Last issue, number 5. This is not the main cover. This is the Mary Jane open-to-order variant cover by David Nakayama. If you're already on for Silver Surfer Black, you'll get the main cover. If you would like to order the DNA Mary Jane variant cover, you can type pull a copy and we'll make that happen for you. This one, though, this next one, holy crap. This is Venom number 19. This is the Mary Jane variant for Venom number 19 in stores on October 30th. This is still part of the Absolute Carnage story arc, a family affair. As carnage rules and chaos reigns, the symbiotic offspring of Venom make their presence known by hunting Eddie Brock's son, Dylan. But there's more to Dylan than Venom, Carnage, or even the Maker understand, and once they learn the truth, nothing will be the same. So that sounds like it might be a key issue, possibly, down the road at some point.
I didn't realize this is just now coming out. I thought this was a store variant.
No, you've seen this. People have seen this cover for months now, and I believe that there is a virgin variant of this cover that is a store exclusive somewhere. But you don't have to pay stupid prices for that. You can get the regular copy right here. It's open to order. That's the Mary Jane variant for Venom.
Minimal trade dress?
I don't think so.
Oh, it looks like very little on there.
So Marvel's not good about having trade dress on the books. Like if you scroll up to look at the Silver Surfer Black number 5, it's got the title and it's got the Marvel, but it doesn't have the issue number. There's no creators and there's no barcode. So at least they have an image for us to use for the show, but it will definitely look a little different than that when it comes out and hits the stands. But anyway, regardless of that, you can order as many copies of this awesome cover as you want, as long as you let us know by 5 p.m. Mountain Time on Monday, October 7th. Again, this is not the main cover. This is the Mary Jane variant cover by Ji Hyung Lee, and it's open to order, Venom number 19. Let me know. Let us know. We'll get you whatever you need. Okay? From Vault Comics, The Plot number 2 is on FOC and in stores October 30th. Everybody knows about the runaway hit that number 1 was. It sold out. It's going to a second printing, which is what the cover on Dom's side is. That is the Plot number 1 second printing. The main cover to number 2 is over here on my side. So if you would like either of those, we can add the Plot to your subscription. You can just type subplot and we'll get you subplot. Get that? It's a subplot going on to this little story. Subplot will get you the main cover for issue number 2. If you'd like to get a copy of the second print issue of number 1, you can type pull Plot number 1 second print and we will make that happen. I've heard a lot of positive things about people who have read it. I still haven't had a chance to. I have a copy at home. I suck. That's kind of how it works around here.
You have a good time.
Never, man.
We've been going since like Monday.
Well, since like January. Next up from Valiant, we've got a new 4-issue miniseries called Roku.
I love that game.
Do you? Is it good? Is it a game?
The numbers?
Isn't that Sudoku?
Or maybe that's what it is.
So terrible. How many lives must the lethal assassin Roku take in her first series? Killing her way around the globe with a deadly weapon called Roku. Well, she'll face a challenge she can't simply execute. Being bad has never been so fun. 4-issue miniseries from the folks at Valiant. Cover A on my side with the green background at the top is by Dave Johnson. Cover B on Dom's side is by Victor Kalavachev. Cover C is by Mark Lamming. If you scroll right there, Mark Lamming. And then there's also a blank cover for the series as well. It's written by Cullen Bunn with art by Ramon Sachs. So you know it's going to be Sachs. Saximo-boom. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be a good series. If you're interested, let us know. You can type pull to just get a copy of whichever cover you want, or sub if you'd like to add that to your subscription. And last but not least, from Zenescope this week is a new 5-issue miniseries called Monster Planet. Zenescope is terrible about telling me who does the covers, so I don't know who any of these people are. We're just going to go through them. Mankind has been all but wiped out, decimated by a virus that turns us into primal beasts. Only a handful of humans are left struggling to survive in a hostile world. but scientists among them have discovered a way to cure the virus. To save us, they must call on monsters of our nightmares, vampires, werewolves, and worse, who hold the key to the cure. Now one team is in a race against time to find the Lord of the Vampires and convince him to help save the thing he despises most, mankind. Don't miss the new 5-part monster series from Zenoscope Entertainment. The main cover is this one that's right here. That's the main cover, cover A. Cover B is on Dom's side with a great-looking werewolf. Cover C is, I don't know. It looks like a blood elf from World of Warcraft. I don't know what that scantily clad. That's not a monster by any means. I don't know.
It's a hero, man.
It's a hero?
It's a hero.
Hero Meng. Yeah, I guess she does look like the lady in the first cover. Cover D, also on Dom's side, is another cool werewolf cover. He looks more like a kitty cat, though. This lady, the goth chick, is cover E? Yeah. And then cover F on Dom's side is like a weird Godzilla kaiju swamp monster, maybe. It's a great cover, but again, I don't know who did any of these. They don't give me no, not on there, not on the Diamond site. So
changed, man. I don't know. They used to have all the big names.
So we can, if you'd like to subscribe to that, type sub Monster Planet and whichever cover you would like, A, B, C, D, or E, A, B, C, D, E, or F, I'm sorry. Or if you just want to pull a copy, let us know which cover you would like, and we can make that happen. So that's it. That gets us through our list this week. Like we do every week, if you scroll me down a little bit, we've got the entire list of all of the titles that are on FOC this coming Monday, October 7th. You can take any of these item codes right here and copy those little codes into your web browser, and it'll take you to the Previews World page that will give you an image along with a short description of the book. There's a lot of stuff on here that we didn't go through. Some of the things that I wanted to point out, DC's got a bunch. DC and Marvel both have a bunch of annuals that are coming out October 30th. So you've got a Batman annual number 4, Batman and the Outsiders annual number 1. What else was there? Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. Nightwing annual number 2. If you're subscribed to these series, you'll get the annual automatically in your hold slot. Wonder Woman annual number 3. We're going to roll down to Marvel. I left everything in this time, including toys.
There's going to be a Josh Middleton portfolio?
Yeah, just like there's been a Art Germ and a Frank Cho.
Nice.
We do have some of those on order, so if you want to get some of those, let us know. There's Doctor Strange annual number 1. There is, was that the only one?
New Harley Quinn statue, huh?
Yep, there's some. So all of this, Savage Avengers annual number 1. Star Wars Dr. Aphra annual number 3. Again, if you're subscribed to the series, you'll get a copy of that in your hold slot. If you're interested in any of this other stuff, though, there's the Mad Balls, Horror Balls, Chucky and Pennywise and Pinhead from NECA. You can take and you can copy the DCD item code, go up to a web browser.
We'll just say what? Game Trade Magazine? Whatever. We'll do the Wonder Woman Warbringer trade paperback.
Sure.
Oh, I have to be on this page. Where's it at? We'll do the omnibus.
Okay.
I will copy it. And then I will bring this here and paste it in.
And boom, the very first item there at the top of your screen is the Wonder Woman War of the Gods Omnibus from previewsworld.com. You click on that link, and there it is. You've got all the information, suggested retail price, all of that good stuff. So that's how you can utilize this list to your advantage to take a look at some of the stuff that we didn't go over on the show today.
Soon, Seth and I will try to integrate the HTML code to get you just a direct link to it. But we're in the process right now.
We're working on it.
And it's hard to do since all our days run together.
Yeah, exactly. Since there's no breaks.
We got the show last night, and then we do this right away the first thing in the morning.
Dom's not even supposed to be here today.
That's right. Yeah.
So that's all we have for you this show. If you guys have any questions, make sure you reach out to us. Again, I can't reiterate enough. If you haven't already, follow our YouTube page. Give us a like and a ring the bell. Subscribe to the YouTube page so that you get updates when we have new videos posted. Take a look. Enjoy your weekend. Let us know what you want to order by Monday, and we will make it happen for you. Okay? I'm John.
I'm Dom.
We'll see you guys.
Camera, man.
Oh, what?
I'm not used to having 2 cameras.
Oh, yeah. We'll see you guys next week.
All right.
Have a good weekend.